do my part. Hello, Los Angeles Middle School. We're East Ridge High School. These guys are part of East Ridge High School auto mechanics program. They're doing an engine build. They're actually going in 3 weeks to Indianapolis to compete for the national title. We've been there. This will be our 5th year. We've placed as high as 2nd and as low as 4th. That year we placed 4th. We had 2 teams and had girls on the team. The girls team placed 3rd. The boys team placed 4th. That was funny when we got back. Girls give them a hard time. There's $10,000 on the line and bragging rights for the year for the national champion. Also, there's a lot of other things that come with that. We have major manufacturers that are looking at these young men and women for job placements. That's where they're looking to draw from. And we're not talking about just being a mechanic. We're talking about working for companies like CompTown, MSD, different companies like that. That's right. All right, we're about a minute 20 in. Getting ready to have a header come off. Boom, there. Minute 24, header off. Got another header getting ready to come off. Probably around the 132 mark, 130.
Dude, I see me, Jake, Harrison.
Yes, this is East Ridge High School. If you guys are interested in something like this, you will look at come to East Ridge for the automotive program. We've got a pedigree of being able to go and do this competition. This is our 5th year doing it. We've always been in the top 3. Very competitive. This year we're looking to be number 1. 157, let's pick it up.
What size motor is that?
That's a small block Chevrolet 350 engine. Come on, guys.
I was right. Dude, I'm not sure.
Gotta have tight hands here, guys. Let's stop, drop nothing. Get those bolts out. Need that intake off. They're a little rusty this morning. The cold weather's kind of got them. Once they get warmed up, they'll be rocking and rolling. When we go to Indy, we'll do 4 builds. We leave on Monday, and then Wednesday morning we start doing our builds. We'll have to build Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thursday we'll actually do 2 builds. Wednesday we'll do 1, and then Friday we'll do 1 Friday morning. And then the top 2 out of that will actually compete Friday afternoon with the top 2 teams that competed in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we've been to Las Vegas 3 times.
Y'all win when y'all went?
We placed 2nd the first year. The 2nd year I took 2 teams, placed 3rd and 4th, and then the 3rd year we went, we placed 3rd.
That's good.
Yesterday I wrote the times down that they done yesterday. You can see here, they're going to turn around. That means all the parts will be on the table. It's got completely disassembled, everything except the crank and the camshaft, just like a rounded NHRA. All right, everything will be on the table. All the tools, all the parts have to be on that table. This area has to be clean. There can't be any parts or any tools out here. They go behind the table. When the judge says clear, they'll come back out. Well, they done that at 6:11 yesterday. Had the engine apart in 6 minutes 11 seconds. That was their slow time yesterday. I don't know where we're going to be right now. I want that head off right this minute, but I'm not getting it. That head will be off in probably 15 seconds or less. I'm hoping. It's 4:01. I need that head off at 3. I really want it off at 3:30. Good run, good run. Come on, work it, work it, work it. Head's coming off, boom. Head gasket, boom. See how seamless that is? They have to know where everybody is. They've got to have proper body position whenever everybody's doing their job the way they're supposed to do it, and everything's flowing. These guys are rocking and rolling. They have this engine apart and back together in 17 minutes. Yesterday we done it as fast as 16:29. We're hoping to bust off a 15 today. We got to get a 15. When we go to this national competition, we need to be doing 15s in practice to be able to be competitive and be able to win this national title that we're going after. 5th year we've been chasing it. This year we're going to go get it.
I'm gonna go to Sequoia and do auto mechanics and auto body.
Well, that's good. Well, you know, if you get a chance to come to East Ridge, we've got a program. And as far as the engine building goes, we've got this. Sequoia's a good school. They've got an engine building team also.
Yeah, my brother was on it. They done pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, my brother was on it. That's not.
Look at that washer behind you there. Good. Good move. Good move. Two of them. Knock it out. Make sure. Get that magnet out of the way. Come on, guys. Hustle up. We're right there on the turn. Come on. 5:26. Pick it up. You can make this turn quick. Quick like a butter rabbit, fast like a chicken. We got everything ready. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Everything off the floor. Come on, guys. You're killing me here. Right here, right now. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Get out of the way. And go. 5:51. That's a good turnaround. Good turnaround. They were started off slow, so that tells me they got a lot more left in the tank. After they do this run, they'll give them a little rest. They got the jitters off. They got a little. They're warmed up. Their next round, they'll be wickedly fast. They should, like I say, pull this one off. Everything works good. This engine's been apart over 2,000 times, so everything's about wore out.
Yeah.
You know, the bearings are trying to fall out of the rods. We need to have the big end remachined so the bearings hold tight. But the engines we'll be doing up at Indianapolis, they're just like this engine, except all their stuff's fresh.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about bearings falling out, rings, problems, stuff like that. Camshaft, everything, like I said, stays in the block. Everything's designed so these guys can rock and roll quick. See, our bearing slid out. He was able to roll it back around. Boom, knows what he's doing. Work it. Go. There you go, rock and roll. You got to hold the crank while he's torquing that cam gear.
Yeah.
Everything, if you'll notice, they're putting a torque wrench on this reassembly. Everything has to be torqued to a specification. They'll even use a wrench. If you notice, it's all hand tools.
Yeah.
They've got regular wrenches, no ratchet wrenches. They've got regular ratchets, and I'm talking, we're using cheap ratchets. We've got, a lot of this stuff came from Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
We've got regular torque wrenches that you'd pick up at Sears. We're just, using basic hand tools. The slickest thing we've got is the speed handle. The only place they get to use the speed handle at is on the head bolts once they break them loose, the oil pan, and the timing cover. That's the only place they get to use the speed handle. They get to use it to take it loose and use it to put it back together. Only one torque wrench can be used at a time. That torque wrench cannot be sitting in the floor. It can't be sitting on anything except that table. Once they pick that torque wrench up, they have to go to use it. They can stand there. If there's two torque wrenches in the area, it's okay, but only one can be working on the engine. One shot, one kill. Come on, guys, rock and roll. We got a head on, got a oil pump on. I need you spinning that head down.
They got one head on.
Yeah, we're 8:14. Come on, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Get that on. Spin it to win it. Swirl, twist and swirl. There we go. He's got to hold the crank while he's putting that oil pump on, spinning that nut on.
Yeah.
That's the new rule they implemented this year. Some kids got his hand hurt. Come on. One shot, one kill. We get it?
What motor's easier to work on, the fuel injection or carburetor?
Carburetor, as far as just simple. You don't have to hook a scanner up to a carbureted engine.
Yeah.
Fuel injected engine, you have to have a computer scanner. Come on, guys. Let's recover. Thank you. See how he holds that up? They'll have 4 judges on this team watching them as they're doing this, and they have to show the judge the torque wrench. They'll show the judge that it's that spec. That timing cover torques to 50 inch-pounds. They know that, and they show the judge says okay. Then they'll start working. We've already told the judge, come on, guys, you got to let us rock and roll. Look quick. All the judges are older than I am, so they got bad eyes. You can see I got bad eyes. So he's sitting there trying to find it. They can pull a lot of time off of us by sitting there making us show them to where they actually read it.
Yeah.
But they know these guys what's wrong. Huh? All right, pop it in, roll the bearing in. We got to do what we got to do. Make it work.
Yeah, when I was young, I used to help my dad do that. Like,
System for
oh yeah. Yeah, Don usually lets me use his, but I'm usually yelling so loud that most people can hear me.
Yeah, but it's not in here.
Oh yeah, it's a little loud. Well, at Indy, the thing that I'm looking at it here is we're going to have this kind of noise and even more. And so I've got to holler at those guys whenever I see something. They allow me to walk through here. I can't get over to the building area. I can walk back and forth through here because I pace the whole time. You say I can't sit still. I wasn't talking to you guys. I've been walking all around. But I'm watching what they're doing to see exactly where they are, what they're doing. If I see anything that they need help on, you know, I call it out. If I see anything on the ground, if I see somebody's falling behind, I'll holler at another guy, tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Like right now, we are behind.
Yeah,
But we'll be okay on this build. Yeah. We know we've got some issues with some parts on the engine. That's just what it is, because it's over 2,000 builds. You can't expect a whole lot from the equipment after 2,000 builds if you don't stop and work it.
Yeah, I used to help my dad do that. Like when I was young, I'd like help him do stuff.
Yeah. Nowadays,
I have to on my family's vehicles. I do the brakes. I do rotate tires.
We good? You got that head torqued in there?
Yeah.
Old pump's torqued?
Yeah.
All right, hurry up. Let's get that head run down. Let's keep rocking and rolling, guys. Let's pull it together. We got to have some good recovery here. You know how to do it. Like yesterday, we had to pull that head back off after he put it on. He had to pull it back off because we had a bolt that wouldn't go in.
Yeah.
Well, they had to pull the head back off, fix the head gasket, put the head gasket back on, put the head back on, run the bolts back down. Yeah. We still pulled out a 1724 yesterday.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the time. Whenever I see where we are and the kind of times we're running, and I know what we're dealing with, like right now, the reason he's having a problem with that fork gasket up front is smushed down not in the right place. Help him, help him, help him.
All right, you're
This is going to be a throw around.
We'll be back.
All right, you guys have a good time here.
Josh, your hands will come back.
All right. Work, you guys, work.
Like you didn't even run out of the middle.
Hey guys, double check if there's nut and intake. Make sure for the cold down. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Carburetor nuts in the tray, so you may have cold down right here. All right. As y'all see, they will adjust all the valves. He's got it set up on number 1, so as soon as he gets a chance, he's going to drop the distributor in. And he's going to put the distributor in where it's pointed. The pickup on the distributor is pointed at the left rear carburetor stud. They adjust all the valves that they can with it up on number 1. And then they'll rotate it to number 6 and adjust the rest of the valves. And they'll watch that distributor dropped in, we're timed, we're ready to go. That's a major penalty if it's out of time. Yeah, I've been watching him. He's there already. Not just regular mechanic jobs these guys can get. We've got major manufacturers, Comp Towns, ARP, MSD, Autometer, all the major companies, I mean, there's just too many to name, that are looking at these young men and women that are doing this kind of a competition, and they're wanting to draw from this for their future employees. They're going to have a pool of jobs. These guys, if they're interested and they want to make a move out of the area, they will be able to get into that. So it's not just being a mechanic. This can lead into marketing. This can lead into sales. There's so many different aspects of this industry. This can help springboard you. $10,000 is on the line in this competition, so these guys can go to school. young men, young women, they have an opportunity to win $10,000 each time they compete in the national championship. With my guys, I've got some that have been with me for 3-4 years. Right now this year, Cortland that's helping with this header, he's been on the team for a while. He's right now got $18,000 for scholarship money to go towards his college. He's going to UNO, the University of Northwestern Ohio, in Lima, Ohio. This year we're hoping to finish up and win another $10,000 so he can pretty much get his college paid for. When he comes out, he can pretty much decide where he wants to go. You know, he can decide whether he wants to work on cars full time or if he wants to go to work for one of these major manufacturers. And another thing, the more times that you're in front of these people at these big shows, the manufacturers, the more they have face recognition. Guys carry a business card with them to hand to these manufacturers. So whenever they're sitting there thinking about, I got a job, I got this card, I remember this young man, boom, you get a phone call. They're coming down to the end here. Guys, you're looking good. Let's finish strong. Let's finish strong. You're right on the money. You're right on the money for me. Let's keep them going. Finish those valves. Let's get them done. Let's get the headers done. Let's rock this thing out. How much more you got, guys? Your valves are done, Langan? Your valves were done?
Yeah.
Your header's done, and Ez?
Yeah.
And this header's done. Come on, guys, let's pick it up. You're right here. Crunch time in Tennessee. Let's make it happen. Hey, guys, hustle up. You're on the mark for a better time. This right here, this is where all the nerves get you. We're here at the very, very end. Everybody's just hustling, trying to make sure they get it finished, get everything done. They don't want to have anything loose. They want to make sure everything's tight. They want to make sure all the wires are hooked up correctly. If they have any bolts that are loose, it's a big time penalty. So we got to make sure all of our bolts are good and tight. And we've had some major issues with this engine on the teardown. And boom, 17-17 is not a bad run for a Bible beginning. Thanks, guys. Good, let me turn this off. Fire it up? Well, that's the only thing that they don't do. And the reason they don't do it is it's because it's high school kids. Come on.
I saw that. I was like, oh.
Anybody have any questions?